winters get colder and summers hotter, it's easy to be caught up in the fast-paced life of living in London, a city with a reputation of chewing people up and spitting them out, where people's lives flourish or decline due to poor or unfortunate life choices, or sometimes due to matters out of their control. London especially is a city where young people are vulnerable to its cruel underbelly. Some shocking statistics have come to light over the past few years in relation to youth homelessness in London and Britain as a whole. We are going to explore the causes for the fluctuation in numbers within London and what is being done to support these often defenceless and unsafe young people. For the Salvation Army, who's also volunteered for various other homeless charities over the years, including charities that support young homeless people in London.
There is a gap, we discussed in some ways, there's a gap between where a legal responsibility happens for care and a legal responsibility for housing benefit. So legal responsibility for care finishes now at 21, but actually you can't get housing benefit till 25. What happens in those 4 years if you become homeless or if you need benefits? So there isn't a provision there, and we know housing benefit means you actually have very limited access to hostels, because most hostels you have to be renting, and most hostels their funding actually comes through using housing benefits, so you're kind of on a catch-22 basis there. There's a lot of independence now. I think people want to get out and see the dream and move on and go somewhere, and sometimes that just doesn't work out. Unfortunately, I've known of some parents who at 16 or 18 are like, bye, and don't give their children much option for what might be the provision next. I did experience one lad who you just think, that's quite a thing to be in that situation. Some of what Faith House does is we also work with those who work within the sex industry, and this young lad was homeless, and the way he got a place to stay at night was to offer himself within that industry, and that he was 19, and you just think you shouldn't have to make that choice. You shouldn't think that's normal, because he'd been doing it for a reasonable amount of time, so probably pre-18, we hadn't seen him before then, and you're just thinking, gosh, and him in that place by this point in I have to do this. I need a place to stay, so I'm going to do this.
Research has identified adverse housing, economic and family trends as having impacted disproportionately on young people. Furthermore, many people do not know where to go when they have housing problems, and although the reasons for becoming homeless differ between each person, there are common factors. Some factors are related to the family, community, and in the individual, and others are structural, relating to the economy, the law, social trends, and the national housing system. Homelessness is likely to be caused by a combination of structural and personal factors. Evidence shows that family conflict is the main factor leading to homelessness among under 18s, and is sometimes associated with physical or sexual abuse. It is estimated that for at least 2/3 and possibly up to 90% of homeless young people, conflict with their families was the immediate cause of their homelessness. Family conflict includes disputes with parents and step-parents. One study found that 2/3 of young people with housing problems came from households where the parents' relationships had ended or where a new partner had moved into the family home. Parents' behaviour. This includes drug and alcohol abuse, violence and neglect. A study showed that 2/3 of young people reported that their parents' behaviour was a major reason for them becoming homeless. Another study concluded that 86% of all homeless young people had been forced to leave home following violence, abuse, family breakdown, poverty, and being thrown out.
But I do not think that they're actually homeless. They're not actually homeless. They're just out on the streets pretending they're homeless, and they've always got a place to go. Yeah, they've always got places to go. What do you like to say?
We interviewed Abdi Darir, aged 30, who's self-employed and is currently single. He recently volunteered for DePaul UK to get young homeless people off the streets. He's worked with other charities in the past and offers his spare bedroom twice a month.
Hi, my name is Ishak Diria and I'm a volunteer for DePaul UK. What inspired me to give up my home is basically on the basis that I'm tired of seeing homeless people around the UK, and that I feel that I can make their lives much better. People across the UK are all over the place at the moment, and this is a first world country, it's not a third world country. And on this basis, me being myself a single person and a very established person with the business that I run as well, I decided to volunteer my home to DePaul UK and kind of like take people in. I've got the facilities in my house, I've got the financial backing, I've got the know-how. I've volunteered before for other organisations involved in taking homeless people in, such as Spear and Homeless.org, but now I've volunteered to DePaul UK. I've dealt with other organisations before, and this is not the only field that I've dealt with. For example, I was working with a charity called African Child, which is a total different charity to homelessness, and they've recommended that this should be my further step, take the step, since I'm a single man, got an open home. So I did some research looking at the government websites, harrow.gov, brent.gov, Homelessness UK, UNICEF, Red Cross, Spear, charities like this, and I realised that there is quite a big need to support young homeless people and elder homeless people, especially during the winter months. So I took a personal interest, knowing that I can personally myself make their lives better. I can impact them, I can get them back on the road to repairing themselves. I think to spread the word about this campaign is a very, very big issue, and much can be done in a situation that homelessness is on the increase, and at the moment it's the government. For example, if the government increases funds rather than cutting deficits, they could spend more money rather than going to wars and helping homeless people.
Night Stop was established in the northwest of England in 1987, and their service is provided in 9 governed regions of the UK, including some areas of Scotland and Wales. These Night Stop services throughout the UK each provide safe emergency accommodation for homeless young people aged between 16 and 25 in the homes of approved volunteer hosts. Half the young people who are assisted by DePaul UK and are referred to the Night Stop services are under 18. In some areas, Night Stop services have developed their support to young people to offer such services as tenancy support, mediation, preventative education work, housing advice, crash pad and supported lodgings. What can we do to help DePaul UK? There are many ways in which DePaul UK needs our help to prevent youth homelessness. Ways in which funds and awareness can be achieved are through fundraising packs, sporting events, challenges, volunteers. DePaul Night Stop UK enables a national network of night stop services in pursuit of the best practice, enabling night stops to work together and learn from each other. Night stop services can draw on the collective experience of dedicated volunteers, trustees and service managers to ensure the provision of a quality service to prevent youth homelessness. Sleep Out Stars raises money for DePaul UK by children attending organised sleepovers in which they are sponsored to sleep in their school hall or playground for the night. As a result of this, DePaul UK has raised thousands of pounds to help tackle youth homelessness. Sleep Out Stars is a safe way for children to participate in the help of others whilst raising much-needed funds. Sam's story. When I was 16, my relationship with my parents broke down. I ended up leaving home and spent a week sleeping on London buses. Social services put me in a bed and breakfast for 6 months. It was good to have a place to sleep, but it was dirty and I felt very alone, and I was referred to DePaul's Westbourne house. The help from DePaul was amazing. Their encouragement, support and backing has made an immense difference in shaping my future. I went from being homeless to being selected as a torchbearer in the London Olympics, which was absolutely amazing. I'm now really excited about starting university and beginning a new, positive chapter in my life.